Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come on since I'm still down here and just touch on some stories real fast. Um, now, I don't even know where to start. I promise you I don't. I think probably the fastest thing I can kind of touch on is the carry on situation. I posted in my community tab that they updated his charges. Remember, I said when once he go to court, they will more than likely update the system, but I didn't know how fast they would do that. If it take a couple of days or if they do it the same day. But they in fact updated today. So I guess this is what the next day, but they're saying that his charges are now a felony. Let me turn the video on because all of this is in here. Well, some of the stuff, because I just noticed that Tashina was back on Twitter again, but I'll get to that. They updated his charges, so he was charged. He has a felony charge. He also has bail. I think they set the bail at 20,000. Is what it's saying on the second screen, but on the first screen it's saying 35. It's saying 15 and then 20. So I don't know if one is for Texas and one is for California. I don't know. But because he is a celebrity, they may give him the opportunity to get some type of bill and then go to Florida. I mean, Florida, Lord Jesus, and then go to Texas and actually take care of whatever it was that was messed up. Because I think it was a ticket or something that he was saying that was already covered. So he will just have to go to Texas um, to look into that. And hold on for 1 second. I'm gonna put you guys on hold. So yeah, he would have to go to Texas and just take care of whatever. And so they might release him. I don't know if whoever comes up with the bill, he might get released. I'm assuming because they do have a bill amount there, and I think I added that in this video. So the Wiley went live, and he was trying to update some of the information as well. And then he was saying that he's based in Texas. I didn't know that, and he was saying that he spoke to. Now I don't know how true any of this is. This is all allegedly. The Franklin family, someone in the Franklin family. We know that Kirk Franklin is Kerrion's father, and they're saying that they did not want Larry Reed involved in all of this. Because I told you guys, I thought that was kind of weird that they would put that out there about the lady selling him the car. And so the fact that they would put that out there like that while he's still in that situation was not okay. And it was like sensationalizing the whole situation. So I don't know how true it is and if they actually said that or not, but this is what Wiley is saying. Um, so let me see if I can. Pull up the next one moment, okay? I'm gonna put you guys on a hold. Anyway, let me know if you guys hear that music. They added that feature on there, but I wanted to find this video that I'm going to move into this next story. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Kerrion situation. I think that he'll we probably look up tomorrow. He might be released, just depending on how his family handled that whole situation. Um, so yeah, I wanted to talk about this Maino situation as well. I'm gonna play what he said, and then you guys can see in the clip, they're saying that he is saying that he was just playing around.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no. Maino. Oh shit! Oh my god.
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave with a white woman.
So tell me like what you say. Yes, Mesa. I'm sorry.
It's two. It's two of them. Like it's like me getting whooped, right?
You get whooped?
It's like I play like you whip us, but most of them don't want to play like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what white woman goes along with this?
They don't want to play like that. They don't. Okay. This is my. It's like, listen, you're gonna act like your master's, your master's wife, and I just got whooped by master for eyeballing you, but the whole time you've been really. You been eyeballing me.
This sounds like some freaky porn.
Right, this is some freaky shit. And then I'm gonna come all sweaty, right? Just finished getting whooped, and you're gonna say, no, Billy Joe, no. Billy Joe, no. Master's not gonna like it. He's not gonna like it. I said, you know you want it. This is his own script. Yeah, his own script.
So white women have gone along with this and done this. He's speaking from experience.
Nobody really went along with it. Like I stood up on the wall and said, come on, let's act it out. And he was like, I'm crazy.
What if they call you the N-word?
See, this is
because this comes with you.
This is where it goes deep. And this is where I'll probably be canceled after this.
You be like, don't do it. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can say this.
Say it.
I'm gonna take Gigi's advice. This is really.
Say it. I want to know.
I don't know because it's not right though.
But this is fantasy stuff.
This is all fantasy shit.
Okay. In the fantasy world.
In the fantasy world, because of this, nobody's ever did it. Mm-hmm. So the other fantasy is that they whipping me and they calling me a nigga. What are you talking about? It didn't fall a bitch.
Did you like that?
Huh?
No, what was the role play? Yeah.
The role play.
What was the roles? This feels like it's gonna be so wrong.
It's so wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never talked about this.
Ah, shit.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no. Maino. Oh, shit. Oh my god.
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave.
So tell me like what you say. Yes, Mesa.
Okay, so it came back on again. Anyway, that's so ridiculous. Why would you even put that anywhere to even say if that's something that you're doing, that's something you probably should keep private. People do all kind of stuff out here. They're not sharing it. This is kind of what I was saying the last time. It's something about our community and the way we do things opposed to the way other people do things, right? I'm sure that you've heard situations where other people, other groups of people, there have been, porn videos or whatever, have certain fantasy stuff. That might get out, or maybe they're selling it, so because they're making money off of it, they put it out there. But just for you to sit around and say that, and then to identify one group of women, and they didn't ask him why just one group of women? Why not all women? Then you're saying that you have some strong desire to take on a subservient slave type role, is what you sound like you're saying. That's what your fetish is. And so I don't know. It's all weird. But as long as people understand, and I don't even know what Mano is. Some of these people don't even be black. They're not even, I don't know. There's some weirdness about some of the disrespectful, ignorant stuff that people do as well because they don't really tie themselves to a certain history. Um, and so I don't really know what his deal is and why they even think that was funny. I don't think that it was funny at all. But long as people understand that he speaks for himself, he doesn't speak for anyone else, um, and nor can he. Um, so long as that's understood, and that whoever want to go get in his DMs so they can do all that stuff to him, they should, right? I mean, because you have a right to whatever desires you choose to, and like Kanye said, being a slave is a choice. And I guess if you choose to be one, it is what it is, right? But I didn't feel like that was something that they should sit out and keep putting out here. Like that's something to say. And then they didn't even question him about why one group of women opposed to any woman doing it, right? So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Twitter kind of went up on him, and I was trying to see if I could add the video on here because I forgot. Let me see if I can add it on here. I've never tried to do this before while I was live. So, but I'm going to. Twitter was saying a whole lot of stuff. And as you guys can see, like I said, in the Revolt is reporting that he's claiming that he was just playing around. But like I said, even if it is a real desire, it is what it is. But that's something that you probably should keep to yourself. Like everybody else, keep their deep, dark secrets to themselves. I think that black men put themselves in these positions and then they try to look around, or even men who are perceived as black, because a lot of people are in this country taking advantage of certain things as well. And so that's a whole nother conversation. But he's perceived as whatever. And he may not be, but he is viewed that way. They put all this stuff out there, they put all this stuff on themselves, and then they try to then pretend like everyone else is doing something to them, which is then going to lead me into the Tashina Arnold conversation. But I just wanted to play this quick clip because they got Dr. Umar all over Twitter, and I was looking on his YouTube page. He haven't said anything about this yet. You know, he may be busy doing whatever else. But I wanted to play one of the little clips that they put.
You wanted to fit him, go ahead. But he cooned out, and I'm going to call it out. He cooned out, and I'm going to call it out.
So yeah, they got Dr. Umar all over the story, child. I was just cracking up. There's some of the memes that they put up of him. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what he's probably going to say about that. It is another thing that since I'm on the topic of Dr. Umar, he's been trying to give relationship advice lately, and it's been pretty interesting. I said I was going to make a video about it. Then I said, I don't know. I just don't want to come off a certain way. People are entitled to feel however they want to feel. And you can go into any kind of relationship you want to go into. If you can find somebody to do all that stuff you're talking about, that cares about all that stuff you're talking about, that's going to follow all that stuff you're talking about, that's trying to hear all that stuff you're talking about, do what you do. It's not for everyone, long as people understand that. You can be attracted to whoever you want to be attracted to. That doesn't mean that they have the same mindset. That doesn't mean that they're going to fall in line with the things that you believe and the things and how you see things, and how you want things to go in a relationship. So yeah, I wanted to make a video about some of the stuff that he's been over there saying, but I said I'm just gonna leave it alone. People have been in his comments saying enough. But yeah, what? That guy who was also a YouTuber, I think his name is Frank James. He had a YouTube channel here. I was telling you guys about that a little bit earlier. Um, the Prophet of Truth 88. That was the name of his YouTube page. And I don't know if YouTube is going to keep that up or if they're going to take it down or not. But he was caught. He was apprehended today in New York. So he didn't try to leave New York. And then they're saying that he went there in that U-Haul truck. It had an Arizona license plate, but we don't know where he got the truck from because we understand these trucks move around and they have to change the license plates. And sometimes they may rent the truck out without changing the plates on rental cars, not just the U-Haul trucks, on any type of vehicle that can be rented, right? It could have whatever license plate on there. It doesn't mean that that's where the car is registered. I mean, where the car should have been registered yet. You know, they give you X amount of time to register. So I don't know where he was, where he got the U-Haul truck from, but they found the truck, and so that means that he didn't have transportation to really leave. And I'm sure he has enough sense to know that he wasn't going to be able to get on a plane or probably any other form of transportation out of New York. So he had to figure out how to get out. So he was caught there. The media has posted that story. Now, Hassan Campbell also posted on his Instagram, and I think he's live now on his channel. He discovered that Mr. James was making videos about him. He was creating commentary. And I think I mentioned that in my community tab. And I was watching the video last night. It was it was slightly disturbing what he was saying. Because I've been watching Hassan for years, and I've never looked at his situation like that. And I know that obviously he has said he had certain issues with certain people um, in his past, and run-ins and what have you. I'm not saying things can't happen to people, but I don't have those outlooks on your life. I don't have that outlook on his life. So it was just interesting to hear James was it Frank James saying the things that he was saying, because he was saying that he felt like Hassan was going to someone was either going to hurt Hassan or he was going to hurt himself. He said that eventually that's the way he was saying it, that he felt like that Hassan has real issues that are there. Um, and to an extent, I can't believe that, but I also feel like a lot of these people are on YouTube. Like I said earlier, some of them are serious, and you could tell by the level of anger that they show that they're serious, right? The level of anger in the way they talk and the way they talk to the people that they're addressing. And some of them are very, very serious and very angry. And then some of them are not serious. Some people are just on here clowning around. And this is why a lot of women were making content saying that these things are not funny, because it's very hard to tell the truth from what's true and what's not true. And everybody's not looking at these conversations as a fake conversation or as a conversation for entertainment value, with entertainment value. Some people think that all that stuff that Kevin Samuel's saying is true, is real. This is why they run and defend him. Some people think everything that Tommy Sotomayor is saying is real, it's true. Everything that Candace Owens is saying is real, it's true. And these are just these people's opinion, and a lot of this stuff they probably don't even really feel. And that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier. Um, I don't know that I believe that Hassan would hurt himself. I don't know that I believe that someone else is really going to try to hurt him. Um, Now, I've said that before. His channel has grown a great deal. He's definitely much different than handling his channel, much different than the way he was handling it 2, 3 years ago. And so you don't see all of the chaos and the going back and forth with this and that person all the time. He kind of just says how he feels about certain things that are come up, and people who say things back to him, he will respond, and then it'll just go on or not from there. Um, but I don't ever really see him rise to the level of violence or talk about rising to the level of violence. I don't. Now, y'all can get in my comments and say whatever it is y'all want to say. So I did. I thought it was kind of odd that he was saying that in the video about Hassan. And he made videos about Nature Boy as well. Um, just if you guys are not familiar with Nature Boy, it was somebody that was on YouTube at one time as well. And people didn't know if it was real, if it was fake. He was creating Carbon Nation, and it turned out that this was a real situation. It wasn't a web series. And now I think Sweet Mom for Life, she's been updating on him. He has changed his name and changed his group's name, and it is disturbing. I agree. It's very disturbing. Some of this stuff, like I say, it's a lot of disturbing stuff on YouTube, a lot of disturbing stuff on Facebook, probably Instagram as well. Um, and I guess because there's so many people on these platforms, it's very easy for this stuff to get lost in all of, everything else. But yeah, he was caught today. So yeah, I wanted to update about that as well. And then what else was I saying? Tashina Arnold, she posted this message, I guess, like a few hours ago. And she said, honest question, what can we as black men in America do to stop oh oh no, I'm sorry, that's somebody else responding to her. Where is her question, her original question? Because yeah, they're lighting her up. It's like 16,000 1600 messages in her under her question. Honest question, what can we do as black women in America to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? Um, just like I just said about the Maino situation, um, these men, the black men in America, they do this to themselves. We said, I just had a video up not too long ago where they were making fun of Russell Wilson. Like, other athletes just like him, they're in the same position he's in, and somehow something's wrong with him and not wrong with them, or whatever they were trying to say about all of that. He's square, he's this, he's that, because he's not out acting like a bozo all day long, right? And doing a bunch of stuff to get himself caught up with the law and all these things. You know, these this is not our conversation, Tashina. I would agree with all of the women that are in her comments saying that to her. That's not our conversation. And guess what, sweet girl? They don't want this to be our conversation. Okay, do you see black men running out to defend? Because this is about that Nigerian guy. Because I was on her Instagram and I know she was saying, I don't know if she was just in Nigeria or something, and she was wishing her friend a happy birthday. So I think that she's tying her feelings into her having Nigeria. I have Nigerian friends as well. I've dated Nigerians. I have never met anyone Nigerian. In my personal life, I have never met anyone Nigerian talking the way that young guy was talking on Twitter. Okay, now, anybody dating me was dating a black woman. Okay. So I've never met anybody Nigerian talking like that. I don't know where that energy comes from. I honestly think it comes from black men in America. Anyway, because he was born here. Okay. Just because he's Nigerian, do not mean that all Nigerians are walking around talking like that. So let's not confuse the topic. Let's not confuse the situation. Um, but at the same time, they were. It also came out that his female cousin was saying some stuff as well, and that they were saying things against African Americans as a whole, as our whole community, and our experience and our history and the things that we are trying to do. We're doing what we can, and people who come here should get that when they come here and they see how things go here in this country. And if you don't get it, you don't. And if you don't want to get it, you don't want to get it. But yeah, it's not black women's job to protect the image of black men. It's black men's job as men to stand up and do that. They don't want to, sweet girl. Okay? They don't want to. And so you can't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. Like I said, or as I was getting ready to say, how many black men did you see come out and even speak up for Christian, Toby, um, the young African guy? How many black men did y'all see come out and do that? How many black men did you see out protesting saying that this young woman should have been arrested? How many have you seen going live doing that? How have many of you seen that have jobs on these podcasts and jobs in mainstream media? How many have you seen them standing up and saying that should be investigated? That situation should be investigated. See, this is not the black woman's job to jump on her horn and fight for respect for a group of men who don't even want us to respect them. They don't care less if we respect them or not. They honestly can care less. They've said this time and time again, right? And why is it my job to protect somebody who don't want to protect themselves and who don't even respect themselves? You know, when people are out here on leashes, they out here talking about they want to be slaves. They want to be tied up and beaten as a fantasy. They out here putting all this stuff on social media, saying all this stuff, disrespecting their mamas, their grandmamas, their great grandmamas, people who have died and fought for them to even have the freedoms that they have. They don't respect nothing. They don't respect nobody. They don't want to hear about it. They don't think it's happening anymore. It don't exist. It's over. People killing because they just want to kill. People doing it because this, that, and the other. They don't have nothing to do with race. People not getting discriminated against. People not getting arrested for, it goes on and on and on. So if they don't want to have these conversations, why should I? Please explain it to me. But yeah, I agree with everybody that's going on in her comments and letting her know this is not our conversation. And as women, with what you have Cam Newton out here talking about, he needs women and he of course is not talking to black women as well. Like, I get that. Please don't think that's going over my head. But for men like that to come out saying they don't want women speaking up and they don't want women talking and all this stuff, they're out here saying all this crazy stuff. And I get it. Like, I know, like I said, I know he's not talking to black women. So don't think that I don't get that. Um, you know, why should we do it anyway? Why would I get on a horn and start, you know, create petitions and doing all this stuff? Like, I think that black men have to do that for themselves, and that comes with self-respect, that comes with self-love, that comes with self-understanding. Self-healing needs to take place, dropping the fear of this, that, and the other, and forming their own conversations among themselves. This has nothing to do with black women. We can't heal every problem in the world. I know Shaka Khan said every woman, it's all in me, but it's really not. It's really not. Because it's a lot of black men in her comments as well, telling her, no, everybody is every man for himself. We're all individuals. And this is a black man saying this to her. So this is not our conversation, and I really need a lot of other black women who don't get that to really understand. I understand people have sons. She doesn't have a son, but I understand people have sons, and yes, you're going to fight for your son, and nobody's saying that you should not. But that's an individual, like the man is saying, that's an individual situation. Collectively, there is no collectively anymore, and I said that already before. I don't, people need to look into it. That's not just conversation right there. That's something you can look into and you can see it's written. So she just recently posted, she said, still reading comments. Woo. Two thoughts. Despite all, I will never be fearful of asking any question. The black man and the black woman need to heal together. We are up against a plethora of odds that are continually stacked against us, but it won't change my love for all of us. Um, so that's her most recent post to all of the stuff, the backlash that she's getting to what she was saying. And like I said, it's black men in her comments, that are saying certain things to her. And it's not about hate, because it's about, you can't say that women saying, well, I'm going to turn my back on that situation is about hate, but then he turned his back on black women, and then a lot of people were making a lot of points. Like, if that was a young black girl and he saw that story playing on the news, that guy would not have blinked. He would not have blinked to concern himself about that young woman and how she was mistreated. Because, matter of fact, we've had cases, I've already said this as well, we've already had cases out here like that where deaths have come up and they were not investigated. So, of two black women in the same city. So, and it happens all the time. Like, situations like his situation happens all the time as well. Um, I said that as well. You know, this whole collective conversation is not for the masses, it's for the few, because not everybody feels that way, right? I love all of us too. I love all of us that choose to um, understand that we really don't get anywhere without that. But that's not for everyone, because everybody don't want that, and so you can't force people into things that they don't want. If they feel like whatever they got going is working, they're not running up against a situation like Christian ran up against, or some of these other men who've come up, you know, deceased, or for whatever reason, then they don't have a problem. They have no issues out here. Life is good. And so you have to kind of leave people where they are. You really do. And so no one's emasculating anyone. They want to be viewed the way that they're viewed. They want to receive the treatment from certain groups of people that they want to receive. They're willing to be subservient at the beck and call in the midnight hour. Whatever out here, that's on them. That's on them. I don't feel anyway. I've said that to you guys already. I don't. It's a load off of you to understand that you're not responsible for nobody else out here. Everybody is want to be for self, and everybody is for self. Like, that's unfortunate. That situation. And to me, like a lot of people were saying, it really comes down to money. And it sounds like she was the one with the money, just like I was saying in my video. And so who knows, what the police department put in their report, how they see and view the situation, how they're going to report that to the court systems if it comes up in question. So that's on his family, how they choose to handle that. But that's not emasculating anyone. When someone sits and says that they hate a group of women, like, why would that group of women now owe that person anything? That doesn't make sense at all to me. Yeah, sorry. And that's not, it has nothing to do with the emotion of love or hate. It's just like, he has a family. Let his family handle the situation the way that they need to handle it. What do you guys think about what she would put up there? Like, I see some YouTubers already made videos. Paris Milan, she posted, but then the video disappeared. So I guess she was just talking to the people who follow her channel. I didn't really get to hear everything she was saying because I was working on something else. But and Dr. Umar hasn't said anything. But no, I don't think anybody's being emasculated. I think black men are wanting things just the way they are, and that's why they're that way. Let me know what you guys think about that. And what else was I going to talk about? Let me see. Did I touch on everything? Because I touched on the Maino situation. Yeah, Kerrion is out. Well, Kerrion has bail. Tashina, she just wanted to put a message out. Oh, I said I wanted to talk about Tommy Sotomayor because Tommy is live. His channel is back up. I guess his owners, so now I'm starting to believe that he's not telling the truth about YouTube taking his channels down. Maybe he's just saying that to try to gather support or just to gather attention. Because he actually went live with this guy, with another YouTuber, and I'm trying to see if I have that video. And it was him. He was in the shadows talking to this guy. I'll play some of it. But yeah, he's saying that his real old channel, like from years ago, is back up. This is the channel that I was telling you guys that he had over 200, close to 300,000 subs, and he was getting like 300,000 views on a lot of those videos because it was really just ratchet. He was covering a lot of ratchet being women pregnant fighting in the streets and stuff like that. Like, if you go to the channel, you probably would feel embarrassed just looking at some of the stuff that he was talking about, because he used to talk really, really crazy. And he still do, but he has toned down quite a bit because he tries to tap into politics. But he's live with this guy, and I'm sorry, I don't know the guy's name. didn't add it in here, but I'm gonna let you guys listen to a little bit of what he had to say.
Yep.
It's you, Tommy?
Why you ask me if it's me?
No, bro, cause you know what I'm saying. I got to check because
Y'all can't just
you
click
know
on.
there's a lot of fake pages going on out there.
Yeah, but this channel got like 260,000 subs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about this page. I only knew about this page and not this page, but your news page.
But that's why I said click on. That's why I said click.
Hey, so tell me, man, why they keep fucking with you, man?
Cause like niggas in the comment section. Niggas is niggas, and all they do is mess with other niggas. They go around trying to stop me, but they can't get their baby daddy to pay child support. They can't get their baby mama to take them off child support. They can't stop the white man from fucking with them.
Boy, that's not what we do over here in this sector.
Well, you see, I ain't called for none of them niggas to get flagged down. I ain't called for none of them. No matter.
And why can't Kwame Brown just tell his people to chill? Like, why can't he just tell his people to chill and y'all stop going around causing problems to all of these content creators?
He didn't tell his people to chill when they called this man's wife's job. Kwame is, that's why I said he's a bad person. But then the majority of us are. The majority of us are raised in situations where we think being a bad person is normal. But anyway, I'll go back to the comment section. I just want you to know how it was me.
Yeah, I just had to text because everybody kept saying, "Hey, Southside. Hey, that's the real Tommy. That's his old page." I didn't know he still had that page. So I was like, you know what? Let me drop the link.
So yeah. Oh, you can hear. So the guy's name is Southside, and you can hear that he has his old page back up. So see, YouTube is probably not taking him down. I guess he took the page down because it was so ratchet, and he was trying to do all that politic talk, right? And he didn't want these people seeing the type of stuff he really talk about. So he probably took the channel down himself, and tried to rebuild with these other channels. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I don't know now if YouTube really is taking him down or if he's taking himself down. But and I told you guys before, I don't think Kwame has anything to do with his channel or the people that follow Kwame. I really don't. I really I really don't. Honestly, I just don't think that those guys are going that far pushing report on Tommy. Now, if YouTube took him down, it was probably because of him fighting that woman and that video getting out there and then cursing her out, cursing other people out. And you see the language that he uses. And so the guy's name is Southside. If you guys want to go and watch the full conversation, I guess Tommy was in his comments and he didn't really know if it was really Tommy. So Tommy clicked the link to go live with him. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on and kind of touch on all these things that's kind of out here. Um, so if y'all really want to find Tommy, you can find Tommy still on YouTube. Um, but all of those other channels, they are gone because he had like 6 or 7 that was all together, probably under the same email address. And so yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that situation. Do you think Kwame's subscribers had anything to do with reporting him? I don't think Kwame would say go and report Tommy. I really don't. To be honest, he's not talking about Tommy unless Tommy is talking about him. But let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about Frank James getting arrested today and why he went into Brooklyn to do all that in the first place. I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around why people do some of the stuff that they're doing. Let me know what you guys think about what Tashina had to say that Black women are emasculating Black men, which I don't know what world she's living in. Like, Black women do not do that. We understand our place, honey. Y'all want to. We understand, and I'm happy to stay in place and not concern myself. That's it, and that's all. I don't know where she's getting that from. Why she thinks that. I don't even know what her definition of emasculating is. Um, because black women did not harm that Christian guy. Okay, we didn't have anything to do with that. We came into play because people started talking about the tweets that he had put up years ago. But black women had absolutely nothing to do with that situation. Nothing. Do people understand that? Okay. So I think people should be clear about that. We didn't have anything to do with that, but people are always quick to jump on our backs and make things about us. Um, that's really not. That honestly had nothing to do with us. Um, but let me know how you guys feel about what she had to say. And how do you feel about Hassan hearing that this guy was making videos about him, Frank James, the Brooklyn subway shooter? What do you think about how the things that he was saying about Hassan? If you went to his channel, because I don't know if YouTube is going to take the channel down or not. They probably will at some point. Um, and Kerrion has bail. He can get bailed out. I guess they will allow him to walk out if somebody can come up with that bail money. And Wiley is reporting, the Wiley show, that Kirk Franklin is saying he do not want Larry Reed involved. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I believe Kirk Franklin even said that, but I'm just letting you know what the YouTube streets are saying. Let me know what you guys think about all these stories in the comments. If you want to comment on that Maino situation, I it was just an uncalled for statement to me. But let me know what you guys think about all these stories, and I'll see you guys in the next video.